Hey friends, welcome back to the Insider's Journal, where we wrestle with maximizing our eternal outcomes as Christian leaders. We're in part 4 of 6 in this series on money, diving into tax strategies today. But these are tax strategies you've maybe never thought of or heard of. Today, we're talking about a tax strategy that wins forever. Stick with me for some bold moves to steward your eternal experience. Let's dive in. After 2 years of being in Priority Living's The Masters program, Heather and I attended a Hope International fundraiser with our friend Lance Wood, who was the MC that night. Stories of microfinancing, transforming lives, families lifted, gospel spread, stirred our hearts. When it came time to give, we checked our mental account balances, but we had a problem. While our tax statements screamed success, our cash flow whispered obligations, bills, loans, credit cards. We gave what felt like a minimal amount that night, and while we were driving home, we were so frustrated at our giving. We wanted to be generous givers, not just minimalists. Halfway home, Heather opened her purse, pulled out her credit cards, and said, "Here, take these, pay these off, close them, cancel them. I want to give more." I was like, "Yes, let's do this." That sparked a journey to radical generosity for us, and it changed everything. Here's the problem. No matter how much wealth you have, it's easy to starve at your own income level. Americans spend 125% of what they earn, trapped by debt, subscriptions, or lifestyle creep. Even in abundance, we hoard or overspend, leaving little for kingdom impact. Like that unused vacation home or the $70 billion in forgotten bank accounts we talked about last time. Our cash gets tied up in chains of our own making. We're not stewarding for eternity. We're surviving just month to month, even with plenty. But that night's pivot to generosity for Heather and me wasn't based on altruism. Yes, we loved how this was helping needy people, no doubt. However, our motivation centered on a tax basis, rooted in our beliefs about forever. Jesus said in Matthew 6, "Store up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where moths and vermin do not destroy, and where thieves do not break in and steal. Where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." So there's a heavenly account to store in. Colossians 3 urges us, set your mind on things above, not on earthly things. You see, the tax strategy that wins isn't about loopholes. It's about a motivation to give to your eternal home. In other words, you're taxing your eternity today by leaving everything tied up in the past, expenses like debt or dormant and unused assets. As a high-performing, successful person, you know what it means not to borrow tomorrow's happiness to satisfy today. Knowing what we know about eternity and keeping our minds there, we want to make moves that will move us past pleasures of this short life. First, cut the chains and get some guidance. Start by reaching out to the National Christian Foundation, or NCF. It was a God-made relationship that Lance Wood was not only the MC of Hope International that night for Heather and me, he is also a part of NCF. NCF's insights have been germane to our thinking. Someone from NCF can help you steward ways to make incredible earthly tax strategies and gain margin with choices to unlock kingdom opportunities. They'll help you unchain what traps your cash. Second, build a heavenly bank account. Picture every dollar you give, whether to your church, a microfinance ministry like Hope International, or even a neighbor. Those are all deposits in God's economy. And here's what I want you to do to bring that vision to life. List out all the places you want to make an impact on before the end of this year: gospel poverty, crisis pregnancies, orphans, the poor, widows, single motherhood, you name it. Attach a tangible outcome for what you're passionate about. Then pray for an amount you think God would like you to allocate. Every time you give, you'll be making a heavenly deposit. Get ready. When the updates start coming from the places you've invested in, you're going to start to get even more passionate about these investments. Third, dream with your legacy. You see, every person's life will have a story. Your biography is being written day after day. What will that book that will last forever have as a story about your money? How much will you have partnered with Jesus in the Great Commission? The tax strategy that wins forever is the one that doesn't tax eternity. Give like heaven's your home. It's where you'll be forever. When you break free your cash flow and assets to be eternity building, you're storing treasure where it counts. That night with Heather wasn't about cutting cards. It was about cutting chains to live generously. This week, act like royalty. Yes, we do need more kings and queens looking over all of what you're stewarding. Contact NCF for a strategy, and then get your CPA to help you with these moves. Don't let earthly chains be a tax on your eternity. Who would want their life story to say, and they missed the opportunity to eliminate their eternal taxes?